it's Jeff Nerd Show, and today we're talking about yeah, it's a Fantastic Four. It was okay. I liked it enough, and it was cool. Yeah, Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal acted like somebody else instead of Pedro Pascal, so that was pretty good. Not to say he ever acts like Pedro Pascal, but he's been in a lot of things lately, and you would think, oh man, I've seen a lot of this guy's face. I hope I don't get tired of it. Thankfully, he does not get tiring as Reed Richards. He actually, I thought, was like kind of interesting as Reed Richards, but some people say not that interesting. So whatever. What else? My favorite always of the Fantastic Four, always typically is Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, and he came in and he did his job in this movie. I think I liked him the best in the movie, but that's also because I might be partial to him. There's also Sue Storm, which I think I was surprised. Like, whoa, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, pretty great. I liked it a lot. She was probably the person driving the plot for the most part. And I also love how between her and Reed Richards, you get this sort of sense, like, you get the classic, if you watch even the old bad, which I don't even think they're that bad, Fantastic Four movies, you'll get a lot of sense of, like, Sue always is trying to be like, Reed, how do you not, like, get this right now? And Reed, at least this version, whereas previously he's a little clueless, this version it's like, I know that it seems like I'm clueless right now, and I know I shouldn't be entertaining some of the bad ideas that you're thinking I'm entertaining, but if I don't entertain them, or at least just put them through the processor in my head, we might be effed. And I think I appreciated that. I appreciated, it's kind of like a rock and a hard place between just two people who love and respect each other and stuff. They're just like Sue's like, well, how can you just be like this? And Reed's like, I have to be like this. And they both sort of have to be like, okay, well, I understand where you're coming from, so there we go. I like the Johnny and Ben Grimm dynamic. My only thing is I need a little bit more Ben Grimm. Also, Natasha Lyonne, I liked her in the movie, and her part in the movie. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not spoiling. It's just, I kind of want a little bit more of the sorrow of Ben Grimm, a little bit more of the, man, I'm stuck like this. And there's a line in this movie which kind of like, I mean, I know how he actually feels, but he's just trying to let Reed off the hook, which is also something I generally appreciate. So I can't really say I hate it. I guess my biggest complaint about Fantastic Four is, like, it's both everything I expected and nothing I expected. And also it's like, I don't know, I really can't say I hated it. I didn't hate it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm actually, like, delighted. And my brother recently saw Superman. I think what's interesting is, when I came out of the theater, right, fresh out of the theater, I had more immediate thoughts about Fantastic Four than I did about Superman. But my brother, who also watched Superman recently, he watched Fantastic Four and then Superman. And he said, you know what, I think I like Superman better. And I was like, you know what, I think I don't disagree, because I saw it a second time. So I was like, you know what, I think I don't disagree. I do think I like Superman better. But that's like, why are we comparing these two just because they came out a couple weeks within each other? I will say, though, both movies, the CGI, like, goes to show people, like, if you happen to just sort of take some time, I hope they took some time, or maybe they just were like, oh, fudge, what are we going to do? At least for Fantastic Four, oh, fudge, what are we going to do? We work harder. Hopefully they didn't do that. Hopefully they didn't crunch their VFX employees. But I will just say, the effects in Fantastic Four and Superman are pretty impeccable. Like, I didn't remember, like, this is the best superhero effects I've looked probably in a long time. Like, Guardians 3 looked pretty good, but even then, like, Guardians 3 looks amazing. But thinking about Superman, like, the effects are just a whole nother jump up, and it's kind of insane. In Fantastic Four, the Ben Grimm effects, like, if there's one minor complaint, is what I wish his feet sounded heavier, but also all the weird science-y clothes and retro-futuristic technology, maybe they had things that made his foot lighter sounding, you know what I mean? That being said, other than that, like you hear little crinkles in the rocks as he moves, which I kind of like. You have to just sort of. I like how they mess with how he grows facial hair. That's fun. I really like the thing visually, and I just wanted a little bit more of him emotionally, I guess, in the movie. We didn't get enough of him. Everybody else, I think we got enough. Like, there was a point, like, it was very brief, and like Johnny, I feel like I wanted a little bit more emotionally from Johnny also. But there was a point at one section in the movie where Joseph Quinn just gives an Oscar level look of 5 seconds of like, and it was like, I got that from just a look from Joseph Quinn, so I'm emotionally satisfied with Johnny. Susan probably has the most emotional stakes in the movie. Reed, I kind of, that's what, like, Reed's always sort of detached. I think that's just how he's supposed to be, so I like that. The Silver Surfer, I really like the Silver Surfer and how fast he moves on that board. Really good. And Galactus, I want a little more. Maybe that's just me. And maybe, who's to say we won't get Galactus again in, like, one of the Avengers movies, and we'll have to see all the Avengers try to take down that massive thing, which I would not hate at all, okay? So, that being said, I wanted just a little bit more Galactus, and this also... I'm a goof. I would really love it if we just saw Galactus take a handful of planet and just eat that mother effer. But other than that, Galactus, like, the size of him is terrifying, and that's really all I needed. Like, when he first comes into the scene, you're like, that's a big mother effer. And they make a point to show, like, dude, these guys are, like, this big. Like, this is like this. Alright, so, like, pretend I'm Galactus. This is how big the Fantastic Four are to me. So, that's pretty cool. I think that's cool. What else? I don't know. I think I was just satisfied with Fantastic Four. I'm not offended by it, but I'm also not like, whoa. I think it just, like, it's really good. It's really good. It's really solid. I kind of just wish it was, like, made me feel a little more. Whereas Superman, I think Superman is not as narratively tight, but it does, it takes some crazier swings in some places, and so it made me feel a little extra. And so for that, I kind of give it the lean. But I think both movies are really good. You should see them both in the theater. See them both in the theater. If you can see them both in IMAX, try your best. And yeah. Superman, Fantastic Four, mainly this is a Fantastic Four review, but I had to bring up Superman because it literally came out a couple weeks ago, and it's also fresh in my mind because I just saw it a second time. So yeah, anyway, like, comment, subscribe, goodbye! That's Fantastic Four. Okay.